Good afternoon. I'm Dennis Galucki. Welcome to the 576th Imagine Greater Buffalo program and our 197th YouTube production hosted by our wonderful downtown Buffalo and Erie County Public Library. Thanks for joining us today. This program is created by the Center for the Study of Art, Architecture, History, and Nature, or C-SAAHN as I like to pronounce the acronym, and ImagineLifelongLearning.com. Now, before we get started, just a little housekeeping. Everyone watching will be muted and your video turned off. If you have a question or comment, please type it into the chat box and we'll go through them at the end of the presentation as time allows. We are recording this program, so you can watch it again later on the Downtown Central Library's Facebook page and YouTube channels. And please, we hope you share the link with others. Now, on to our featured speaker. Unfortunately, Dr. Tanya Williams-Knight ended up not being able to do today's program, but we are very fortunate to have Dr. Ramona Reynolds, who is a member of the BPS executive team and is Chief of Athletics, Community Schools, Family and Community Engagement for the Buffalo Public Schools as well. Dr. Reynolds has been an educator for over 30 years with the Buffalo City Schools and has acquired an array of professional and educational experiences, including as a teacher for 8 years, while also serving as evening instructor for 4 years at the State University of New York at Buffalo's Educational Opportunity Center. Dr. Reynolds has worked as an assistant principal, as well as elementary, middle, and high school principal for over 14 years. In 2022, Dr. Reynolds was appointed to Superintendent Dr. Tanya Williams' executive team, where she is responsible for 4 departments: athletics, Office of Strategic Alignment and Innovation, Family and Community Engagement, and the Adult Education Division. Those 4 have a combined budget exceeding $35 million. Dr. Reynolds has received many awards and recognitions. Here are just a few. MVP Legacy in 2023, Women Touching the World 2020, Community Action Organization's Heart of an Educator Award in 2016, State University of New York at Buffalo's Distinguished Alumni for the Educational Opportunity Program in 2015, Women Making History also in 2015, JP Associates Administrator of the Year in 2010, and New York State Education Department's Top 10 Most Improved Schools in New York State for West Hurdle Academy back in 2003. What a nice resume. We're so happy to have Dr. Ramona Reynolds. Dr. Ramona, take it away.
Thank you so much. I want to thank you, Mr. Galucki. Thank you to the Buffalo and Erie County Public Library, C-SAAHN, as well as Imagine Lifelong Learning for the opportunity to share Buffalo Public Schools updates highlighting the progress that we're making in our school district. As Mr. Galucki has already mentioned, I bring you greetings and warm regards on behalf of our dedicated, hardworking, and student-centered Superintendent Dr. Tanya Williams, who I'm filling in for today, who couldn't make it. So we're going to just jump right in to our highlights. And so all of the work that we do in our district is really focused on the fulfillment of this year's superintendent's goals. And there are many additional goals that have been established by our schools and our departments. However, there's a laser-like focus on the following 4: increasing the percent of economically disadvantaged grade 3 students who are proficient on the New York State ELA assessment from 17.1 to 19.3% in 2025. We're focused on increasing the percent of economically disadvantaged grade 6 students who are proficient on the New York State math assessment from 23.5% to 26% in September 2025. Ensuring that that 39.5% of cohort 2024, those are our first-time 9th grade students, will pass at least one Regis exam by August 2025. Also ensuring that cohort 2025 will earn 5.5 credits by June 2024. So in addition to the overarching superintendent goals, we also have short-term or interim goals. And so for reading, we are intent on increasing the percent of economically disadvantaged grade 3 students who are at or above benchmark on what's called the iReady assessment. So we're looking to increase from 30 to 32% in June 2025. We are intent on increasing the percent of economically disadvantaged grade 3 students on the DIVLS assessment. And we're looking to increase from 40% in June 2020, from 40% in June 2024 to 45% in June 2025. We also are looking to ensure that we're decreasing the percent of economically disadvantaged grade 3 students who are well below average or are color-coded red. We have red, yellow, and green on the dynamic indicators of basic early literacy assessment or DIVLS assessment from 40% to 45% in June 2025. And we're also looking to decrease the percent of economically disadvantaged grade 3 students who are well below average on the DIVLS assessment from 47% in June 2024 to 43% in June 2025. Now that goal would indicate that there will be a reduction in level 1 scores. We utilize the Orton-Gillingham approach in order to help our students to realize reading literacy growth. And this is an approach, it's an intervention that is utilized every day with our students, some of them in what's called a walk-to model. We also have mathematics interim goals. Our mathematics interim goal is to increase, we want to ensure that our economically disadvantaged grade 6 students who are proficient on our New York State math assessment, the iReady math assessment, from 58% in June 2024 to 54% in June 2025. The percentage, and let me just back up just for a second, because for the iReady math assessments, for the economically disadvantaged grade 6 students who are proficient on iReady, we want to increase from 20% in June 2024 to 25% in June 2025. And for the economically disadvantaged grade 6 students who are 2 or more grade levels below on iReady, we want to decrease that rate from 58% in June 2024 to 54% in June 2025. How are we utilizing iReady? So we're utilizing it for diagnostic as well as adaptive purposes. So this iReady is also, it's a program that we're using to help to significantly improve our students' math growth in a short amount of time. WAZED is another wonderful update for the Buffalo Public Schools. One of our board members, Sharon Dalton-Kopman, it was her idea some years ago to bring this program to the Buffalo Public Schools. And of course, being the student-centric superintendent that she is, our superintendent agreed to it. And we are so proud to say that BPS is the first urban school district in the world, not just Buffalo, not just New York State, but in the world to offer STEM instruction to our students and grades K through 12. Our WASED STEM instruction is for all of our learners, and they receive additional instruction in science, technology, and English, and in math. And we can say STEM. We can say STEAM because they also receive a little bit of extra in art as well. So our students are doing all sorts of innovative activities. They're learning how to code. They're learning about robotics. They're creating and flying drones. And they're even learning about the world of cybersecurity. And we know that there's a high demand for cybersecurity today. Here's a photo of our students from School 45. These students, they built functioning rockets as part of a statewide competition. Students in the school, they designed and they flew drones, and many of them, it was the very first time that they've ever done it. Now, mind you, School 45 is an elementary school, so we're not talking high school students, we're talking elementary students who use their creative genius to design and fly these drones. Another important highlight is with our Career and Technical Education Department. Again, we know that there is such a high demand for CTE professionals. We are proud to say that BPS is training our students. We're preparing our students to power the economic engine of tomorrow. Our CTE program offers a slew of hands-on training and subjects such as carpentry, horticulture, we have green technology, welding, construction, plumbing, hospitality, culinary, machinery, and there's so much more. Our CTA program prepares our students for their futures while at the same time meeting the needs of workforce development organizations. Oftentimes, these businesses and organizations, they're telling us that we don't have enough individuals to fill the roles. And so we are proud to say that our director of the CTE program, Mr. Robert Harris, he's partnering with workforce development organizations. We've been able to put some MOUs into place to ensure that not only our students are graduating and that they're certified, that they're trained, that they're getting all of the skills that they need to ensure that they are ready to work. But we're working on increasing the number of opportunities where our students are able to go straight from high school, straight into the workforce. Cinematography. And so there's two things that I'll say. You see the slide here, it says Wednesday with Williams. Our superintendent has done a phenomenal job with really increasing the opportunity to share great news about the Buffalo Public Schools. This platform is one example, but every Wednesday she does a show that's called Wednesday with Williams. So let's allow you an opportunity to tune in just for a moment. I won't play the entire video clip, but let's give you a taste.
In just 6 hours, aspiring cinematography students did something really incredible. They wrote, filmed, and edited an original short film from scratch. You heard me right, in just 6 hours. Greetings. I am Superintendent Dr. Tanja Williams-Knight, and in today's episode, you will learn how our cinematography 6-hour challenge allowed our students to dive into the exciting world of filmmaking and storytelling in various production roles of writers, editors, camera operators, sound techs, and even actors and actresses.
We'll give you a little cliffhanger there. So if you want to finish watching this Wednesday with Williams, I encourage you to log on to the buffaloschools.org page.
as they produce original short films.
And so continuing with our BPS updates, the athletics department, one of the departments that I oversee, I am absolutely thrilled with the support that our superintendent has provided to our athletics program. What we know is that for many of our students, things like the arts, things like sports and athletics, it's the carrot. It's the carrot to get our students to school, to keep them in school, to increase our attendance, to decrease our suspensions. And so we thank our superintendent for that. Our BPS wrestling program. So I'm going to highlight just a few of the new programs that we've recently launched. And so wrestling launched last school year. This was a district-wide junior varsity and varsity wrestling program for students in grades 7 through 12. We know that wrestling, not even just wrestling, but I'll say all sorts of sports really provide an opportunity for our students to improve their physical abilities, but it's also teaching life lessons like discipline, tenacity, good sportsmanship. We know that it helps with our students' wellness. We know that it helps our students in some cases to set goals, right? They have their athletic goals that they start at the beginning, that they realize towards the end of the season. And we know that those skills are transferable in the classrooms as well. We are so pleased to share that this school year, although it was just the second year of our wrestling program, we went to the state finals and we placed second in the wrestling championship. We launched this year our the inaugural modified boys and girls wrestling program, where we have 11 participants, our modified boys and girls swim program with 38 participants, the modified boys and girls cross country program with 70 participants. We launched this year for the first time ever our junior varsity and varsity girls flag football program. We are so pleased to share with you that on Saturday, our girls flag football program won their first game at All High Stadium against Niagara Falls High School. And this year, we also launched the Buffalo League Student Athletic Advisory Committee, or the SAAHN, with 88 representatives for all of our high schools. In conjunction with our strategic partner, Say Yes Buffalo, we offer, and we have for the past decade, the BPS community schools and family resource centers. So every Saturday, we offer what's called Saturday Academies. And at our Saturday Academies, our families, our students, our staff, not even just our BPS students, but our Saturday Academies are open to the Buffalo community. And you can come into the schools to participate in so many fun-filled family activities. In addition, and let me just point out that last school year, we reached a record of almost 50,000 attendees. And we are on track this school year to set an attendance record. We offer farmers markets in partnership with our BPS food service department, as well as the Cornell Cooperative Extension. Again, we launched that last year, where we service over 11,000 families. And by the end of this school year, we will have serviced almost 13,000 families. We have one more farmers market, upcoming farmers market this year on May 21st. So if you're interested, come on out to our Saturday Academy at School 76, School 89, School 92, or Riverside High School. And then also, we have 4 family resource centers. Now, at our family resource centers, we encourage parents, caregivers, community members to come on in, and there are workshops that we offer. We have sessions that are led by our board recognized parent group members, by community members. And what we're wanting to do is to provide support, whether it's academic support, whether it's enrichment activities, but we want to provide resources to our families and caregivers so that they can better support support their kids and our students. I'll mention also, you see the flyer here for the BPS Summit that is happening on June 7th. This is one of our premier district-wide activities where we're inviting all community, BPS students, staff, this year to All High Stadium on June 7th. It's happening from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. And this really is a day of celebration because we know that we're living in really difficult and challenging times. So come on out, have fun, if you don't have any kids, you can bring your you can bring a godchild, niece, nephew, or you can come along. Our BPS adult education program. So, we are a school district that offers, that services students from pre-K through adults. And so our adult education program offers a variety of programming. We provide high school equivalency and GED preparation. We offer English as a second language, as well as career and technical education programs, specifically in partnership with our district. We offer cosmetology, we offer barbering as well. And we have strategically located over 25 programs across 16 locations throughout the city. For more information, go to our district page, buffaloschools.org, and go to the BPS Adult Education Department. We also have the BPS Inter-High Student Council. So we are all about elevating and amplifying student leadership and really student voice. So we have representatives from all of our high schools. They get together on a monthly basis to discuss a variety of topics. We talk a lot about shared decision-making in our district. That's not just with adults, but with our students also. We want to hear their voice with things such as the code of conduct, student attendance, how to improve our students' mental well-being. And then the council, they collaborate with various departments throughout our district. We have our My Brother's Keeper program that started under the former President Obama in 2014. This is a program that continues to this day. And then we invite you also because we offer a variety of community stakeholder meetings. So we're in the process right now of updating our BPS Code of Conduct, as well as the Policy 3170, which really has to do with the involvement of families and community. We have upcoming meetings for the Policy 3170 coming up on May 20th. One is at 10 a.m. and another is on 5:30 p.m. So if you would like to offer your feedback, we encourage you to participate in those sessions. Safety and security has been a priority of our superintendent and of our district because we know that all of the academic gains and the activities and programming that I've mentioned, it won't take place if our students are not safe and not secure. So we have really taken pride in the increased number of security officers who we've hired for our district. We have now the evolved metal detection system. We've done a few modifications to enhance security at all of our sporting events. And there's training also that we offer to not just our security team, but to all of our BPS personnel to ensure, again, that our students feel safe and secure. And so those were quick highlights. But for additional information, we encourage you to go to the buffaloschools.org page for additional information. And at this time, I'm open to questions.
Well, that was a wonderful presentation, and thank you for giving us an overview, a positive overview of the Buffalo Public Schools. I'm intrigued with your only in the world comment with the WOZ, the WAS educational program. first in the world here in Buffalo. I mean, that's a big deal. Uh, I invite people to check out their website. And I'm just wondering, how do they connect with you in terms of modeling what they're doing in Buffalo to help them model, I would think, elsewhere in other cities? Is that going on or not?
Are internally?
No,
Internal
no, from
modeling or the WAZED?
at the WAZED, they must be using Buffalo as a model so that they can expand it, I would think, in STEM learning K through 12. I mean, that's a big idea, and I just wondered how that interaction looks from your standpoint.
I would hope that they're using our school district as a model. I can tell you that the staff members have received a slew of direct training to prepare them. So of course, with any new initiative, and so this is our second year, next year would be the third year of implementing. So that first year, it takes some getting adjusted to, but we are fully grounded, and our students and our staff are just really excited with how they've been able to incorporate the learnings through WAZED and really enhancing and elevating the utilization of the STEM skills. And so, we want to make sure that it's happening not in isolation as like a separate program, but we want to integrate it into everything that our students are doing in their classrooms.
It's a big idea, and we should feel privileged for being selected, I'm sure, at their end for participating, as you said, first in the world. So that's a big deal. Tell me about Say Yes. And by the way, I'm looking, I don't see questions, but if you have any, Hazen, have you seen any?
Yes, we have one here.
Good, go ahead.
A viewer asks, how significant are the upcoming board elections, and what is the key messaging that needs to go out to voters?
How important is the upcoming board election? Just like there's so many elections happening, right? Locally, as well as other places throughout the country. It is important because our board members represent the governance of our district. And so, it's important that the community really come out, consider what is important to you from a board candidate. Make sure that there's been various opportunities for the candidates to share with the community their platforms, if you will. So, the hope is that you are ensuring that your beliefs align with the candidates and that you will vote accordingly.
And I have another question that just came in.
Good.
So thank you for that answer. We have a viewer who writes, congrats on your successes. And would you recommend a young person go into teaching, and why?
Great question. Great question, because we know that just looking at the research, we're seeing a significant decrease with the number of individuals who are interested in pursuing the field of education. As a former teacher, and like once an educator, always an educator, I highly recommend individuals going into the profession. Way back when I was a teacher, I actually was the coordinator for a program. It was called the Teacher Academy. We have a current Teacher Academy at McKinley High School. So not only do I recommend it for, even if you're an adult, there are organizations, UB has a program where as a second career, you can become certified. And we want to see you back here in the city of Buffalo. We have students at McKinley High School who they have identified at this point in their life that they're interested in becoming an educator. So we're working in partnership with Buffalo State University to provide our students with some of those prerequisite skills before they transition into college. So we highly recommend it. We need educators.
Fantastic. It's really good to hear that. Thank you. And Joy here at the library would like to pop in.
I do want to pop in. Dr. Reynolds, thanks for joining us. I'm from the library. We just want to say that the Downtown Central Library, for example, right now has about 200 pieces of art from the Buffalo Public School students. The Celebrate Art is here. I was at the opening last, I don't even know if it was Wednesday or Thursday. It was here. There was over 100 families. Michelle Augusto runs the whole program. I believe there's 200 different pieces of art on display downtown Central Library. We've been doing this for a long time. I know it's been going on for at least 21 years. I don't know if it's been at the library for 21 years, but it's such a good partnership with the schools and the art teachers and the students and the classrooms and the library. You know, really, people can come and see that exhibit through, I want to say mid-June. And it's really one of those things that people want to be proud of what the kids are doing in our community. And this is a great way to show them that you care. There's spoken word, there is paint, there's acrylic, there's oil, there's paper mache, there's embroidery. There's just a range of really wonderful
Beautiful,
things. So
isn't it?
thank you for being a leader within the Buffalo Public Schools and for encouraging students to do the things that they're really good at. And hopefully, I'm hoping every single day that students are inspired to test their knowledge and test their skills and always remember libraries are there to support their needs as well.
Absolutely, and we really appreciate and thank you for the partnership. Because I have attended the installation, if you will, for a number of years. I haven't quite made it there yet this year. But you know, we talk a lot about family engagement, but it's opportunities like you just described where you see families, you see parents, you see grandparents coming out to support their kids and the kids, the smile on their faces. You know, I'll just say this, there are some kids who they may struggle a bit in the classroom. They may not be as academically inclined, but for some of our scholars, boy, aren't they artistically inclined? And to see those scholars at the library pointing to an artwork that they've created and beaming with pride, that reminds us of why we do what we do. And so I'm looking forward to coming to the library so I can see this year's representation, artistic representations from our students. So thank you for the partnership for so many years.
Good. Joy, well said, and encourage people to go to the downtown library. There's usually some pretty interesting exhibits. Not usually, there's always interesting
Always.
exhibits, but certainly that's art. It is up till for another few weeks, so take advantage of it. I wanted to finish up with just one other unique facet of Buffalo Public Schools that I'm aware of, and that's the Say Yes program. Has that had, from your standpoint, a meaningful partnership arrangement that you can look back and say, wow, we really have something unique here in Buffalo because of that partnership?
Absolutely. Even just from my bodies of work, going back, you heard me reference the community schools. So the community schools launched back in 2016. We didn't do it alone as a school district. We did it in conjunction and in partnership with strategic partners Say Yes Buffalo. So we're always so very thankful of CEO Dave Russ. Our partnership with Say Yes has really manifested significant gains, gains in the in our well-being of our students, because we work with Say Yes for the community schools. We've worked with them for with our parent centers. We work with them to ensure, we talked about CTE, so they have a phenomenal apprenticeship program, mentorship programs that they've been able to assist us and support us with getting our students into those programs. There's the mobile health clinic. Let's talk about the Say Yes Scholarship, right? The Say Yes Scholarship, they've been instrumental with helping to inform and educate our parents about the significance of completing that FAFSA for those students who are interested in going to college. I can go on and on and on, but that partnership that we've had with Say Yes Buffalo for many, many years is a partnership that we really hold close to our hearts. And so we're so thankful for them for that.
Well, that's wonderful. And folks, thank you. You've had the opportunity to get caught up with the good things happening in our Buffalo Public Schools. Dr. Ramona Reynolds, thank you so much for giving us a great presentation and developing it in a short period of time. So thanks, folks. We hope you'll come back next week, Tuesday, May 20th on Zoom, where Zach Bowler, the Assistant Curator of Special Projects at the Buffalo AKG Art Museum, he's going to discuss the current exhibit. Now, it's only up for another month or so. It's the public art commitment that AKG and Erie County have made. It'll really take us around the county to explore this, as well as the exhibit at the museum itself. So tune in for that. Looking forward to it. I'm Dennis Galucki. Be well and good day.